Good evening, everybody, and Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Chamber of Skulls. So, I never thought this question would arise on this channel, but what do you get a metalhead who collects skulls? Now, I know we've already gone over Metallica's Pusshead, which we have right here, which if you've been following us for a while, was one of the first skulls to come out in my collection or my videos. Now, very poor copy of it, but nevertheless, no, it's not Metallica's Pusshead. So, what does a metalhead get that collects skulls? Sure, there are many of iconic heavy metal mascots that fit under the skull. There's Vic Rattlesnake of Megadeth. There's God, my mind is just not functioning today. But there are dozens, probably hundreds, of heavy metal mascots with skulls. Some of them, some bands out there that have mascots we don't really know about. Like one of the greatest, Anthrax. You never thought they have a mascot, but go back to the early to mid 80s. They got a mascot. So, let me ask one more time before I bring it out. What do you combine a metalhead with a skull collector? Right here. We have Slayer, the thrash icon of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Don't have to introduce them. They're not some unknown band. But yes, this has been one that I've actually desired to have in my collection now for 2 months. Didn't even know it existed until we were all doing Christmas shopping and my fiance asked me if I have a Slayer skull. No, I don't. I didn't even know Slayer sold any memorabilia like this. You say, well, don't buy anything, I'm going Christmas shopping. I had a very good idea that I was going to get this for Christmas, but of course, you really don't know. And I saw it, and I'm like, I should buy it. But what if I am getting it? I don't want to be that asshole that gets something that I'm going to get when I'm kind of throwing hints. So I sat there for 2-3 months looking at it every time I went online shopping, wanting to buy it, putting it in my shopping cart, and just debating. And I was like, well, maybe if I decide to buy this, and I do in fact get it for Christmas, maybe I can raffle it off or sell it to somebody or use it as a giveaway. But I held off, and we opened up our gifts today, and this was the one that she was holding the highest hopes that I really liked. Now, it's untelling if the family knows I'm a skull collector, but 98% of the Christmas gifts that I got were skulls. So I've definitely got a little bit of material to get me through until I know that I can continue this channel on a regular basis as normal. As most of you probably know by now, yes, I'm going to be having surgery here this Tuesday on my knee, And coming up and down the stairs to my studio might be a little difficult. Been out of work now since September, and I don't see a going back date anytime soon, since I'm going to be out of work for about the next 16 to 18 months. But yeah, so let's get on to this guy. He's not just your typical skull. If you've never seen this one, if you have seen this one, don't spoil it for the rest of us. But it's not your typical skull. You look. First of all, let's get into detail. As you can see, we've got a blade going through his mouth. Features, I would say, are pretty good. I would say these features actually are, the artistry on this is really good. You look at the helmet, the artistry on that is really good. The Slayer letters are, I mean, as I sit here, the only thing I see is the A and the Y are kind of crossed over. But who's going to complain about small stuff like that? Other than that, everything looks fabulous. This thing fits beautifully in my collection, and I must say, which I've never said before, but I take my hat off to this piece. Oh, wait a minute. That's the part I wanted to talk to you about. The hat comes off. That's right. This is not just a skull. It also is a little storage. Fit little trinkets, knickknacks, jewelry, your weed. I mean, whatever you want in there. So yeah, I cannot think of anything negative to say upon this piece. Any metalheads out there, I would highly encourage you to go out and buy this one. This is in any metalhead's collection. If you're a metalhead and you don't have it, whether you're a skull collector or not, if you're a metalhead and don't have this on your shelf for any reason, what is wrong with you? If you're a metalhead and a skull collector, as myself, and don't have this in your collection, what the hell is wrong with you? So hurry up, put this piece in your collection as well, and until next week, I will talk to you guys later. Have a skulltastic weekend and a Merry Christmas, and I will see you, if all goes well, next weekend.